Okay, the time is 1:54 on November election day 2016, and it is the Jesus Heart Radio, and it's time now for a special event, the Christian Hearts Christian Fellowship Online Ministry Election Edition. Okay, brothers and sisters, you know me. I'm your pastor, Brother Isaac David Brigman of the Christian Hearts Christian Fellowship Online Ministry. But I got to tell you something, folks. Election day is here, and this is me speaking from the heart of the Christian Hearts Christian Fellowship Online Ministry. Listen, we got the day coming right now where we don't know whether who's going to get it and who ain't going to get it. And we scared, and I'm scared, and I know you are, about the whole issue. Well, if you vote for God, you'll see it. This may be short, but I got to make a point here. God should be the one that's in control of your life and of your White House, because His White House is heaven. His Washington, D.C. is heaven, and we got to understand that. We've seen people come in and out of this world not knowing what to say or do, and they're scared, they're nervous, they're worried, and they don't know what to do. Well, we need to pray for those people scared about this election. There are people who get anxiety attacks over an election because they don't know what's going to happen. If they knew more about this election than I did and you did and we did, I think they'd be like, calm down. We need to understand that the man that's on the throne is the man that's supposed to be in control of it all. Not some man or woman who don't even know you, God. And I love you, God, and I hope that we all understand that there's been days in our lives when we sat there and saw elections come and go, and none of us never even did prayer votes. If you can't go out and vote in the actual election, pray about it. Just ask God to help you. Ask Jesus to help you. Ask them to help you get it straight, because you know good and well where you stand on these subjects. But we get to the point where we just cry, and we get nervous, and we get to worrying because we don't see it the way that old man next door sees it, because he might see it in a positive light because he might be more a Christian than we are. And I see it like this: if we live in a world of what we're supposed to do, then I'll tell you something, I think we'll see a better world. Because I think that we've seen too many things go on in this world where we didn't talk about it. We didn't do what we're supposed to. And I think that if we stop worrying so much about this election, in the sense of freaking out till you're about sick, and start worrying about doing it God's way on this stuff, we'll see a better way of life. But we can't do that if we don't first talk to God. So God, I just hope, let's just pray right now. I pray that the man and woman that God voted for is the one that becomes president. I pray that the man or woman that God wants in there will be the one in there, and that there won't be nothing going on but what God wants. And that if God wants a good man in there, then God will get a good man in there. And I want the person that God's looking for to be in this White House, to be in this election, to be in this cabinet, because I've seen too many people go through stuff that they couldn't control. They couldn't help. And I know that I've seen too many people come in this world, go out of this world, didn't know who their moms were, who their dads were. And I pray that they find out what you want them to know about their families. I pray that you teach them about the politics of God and Jesus. You teach them about how to be willing to let God and Jesus take the reins and not worry about what the devil says. Don't worry about what any politician says. Worry about what God says, because God's the Almighty One in control. And I wish and hope and pray that He can stay in control. And I hope that we all get the right person there. But I want to tell y'all, folks, it's not a good idea to scream and holler and shout when you don't know something. I've seen people get all upset because they didn't know what their election was going to be like. And when they finally found out what it was, they said, oh man, I'm freaking out for nothing. So you don't need to freak out so much. Just calm down and be calm about it. Be cool, and don't Don't let the devil scare you so bad you don't know what to do. Because we're not into it for all that mess. I mean, if we was into it for all that, I think we'd have done something. And I'm not saying that we're not out for something important. I'm just saying that we are out for something important, but what that something is, I'll never know. But whatever that something is, we need to let God be in control of it. Don't worry about what old Satan is doing, because he's going to do what he's going to do. So we need to vote for the right person and let God and Jesus be the ones that's in control of everything. Vote for who they tell you to vote for and let them be in control. And don't worry about all this nitpicky stuff that some dude said and some dude did that don't make no sense. Worry about what God says and does. You'd be in better shape that way. Don't listen to all these people who want to be the next King Herods of the United States because they don't care. I mean, a lot of people don't care. I didn't say there's nobody in this election that don't care. I'm just saying there's good people and bad people, and the good ones care and the bad ones don't. Learn to understand that and trust that and accept it. Don't get all scared and worried about some dude said such and such and you don't know what he's worrying about or what he's doing when he's doing all this stuff he wants you to do or not do. Worry about God and Jesus. Be for God and Jesus and let them take the reins, as I said before, because we're too busy sitting there complaining because we didn't have it the way God wanted it. And if we listened to God to start with, we wouldn't have had all these problems. But we was too crazy. We was too crazy and stupid to let God take over. So we failed. Well, I have to let y'all go because it's a short sermon, but I wanted to let y'all know, vote for who God says vote for. Pray for who God says to pray for. Be the person God said to be about this election, and you should see a better frame of life, better way of life. Thank you, and God bless you.